Okay, I'm early again. I got my mic on this time. Rosie's sitting by me. Nobody's here yet. Oh, got somebody. Who's here? Oh, and then they went away. Somebody was in and then they went out. Um, Hello. I don't know how to. Oh, I'm live and nobody's here, but it's not 7 o'clock yet. I'm gonna try and talk about my trip. I had to revise my trip I'm going on next week. I want to talk about that a little bit if I get to, because storm came in and I'm hoping that I'm not on the wrong. This is what I do. So, hello. Ooh, let me check this out. Okay, it's just this feature. Oh, it's this feature. Manage. No. Up at dashboard. Network. Where you at? I don't see you. Somebody was on here and then I lost them. Boss, where are you? No, I see somebody, but they're not in chat. Go in chat. I see you're in here. Nope, there you go again. Hmm. Hello, people.
Next tries to go microlaser liposuction survey done in a way that allows me to map how much fat I can take out for your
I'm going to end it and go back in. Hey, Floss, I was starting to think nobody was coming in. I had somebody told me they were getting ready, they were late, and they were going to get on about 6 o'clock. And I said, well, it's not 7 here yet. I thought maybe we were having problems with my stream. Can you hear me okay? Oh, hello. Good. Okay. What'd you do today? Did you get anything? Have a good day? Hi there, Gina's. How are you? How's everybody doing? I'm going to talk a little bit here when I get some more another member in here that I'm looking for to Campfire Girls. So did you see? Thank you. Did you see did this show up any? Did you see this that I put on YouTube about talking about my stream? Oh, Floss later on and took a nap. Huh. I wish I had. I've been busy today. I'm trying to get ready for this trip. Um, I might leave a day earlier. I'm waiting on Cheryl. We're trying to get a different together maybe for leaving for Florida. Okay, we got the go ahead. Anyway, did you see this announcement here? Let me play it. I've got it paused. That I did about my live streams. Did you guys see this on YouTube any? Can you see it behind me on my TV? Okay. It just came up because you've got the bell rung, right, on my channel. Is that why you saw it, you think? Okay. Floss, do you have notification bell rung on my channel? I don't know how to get this out there more than I did. So I was just wondering if anybody saw it. Cheryl's getting ready to join. Now Cheryl Davis and I are okay. That's probably why you saw it, Floss. If they don't have the notification bell rung, then they won't see these notifications. So hi Debbie, you made it. Debbie Jean Van Life Scenes here. Hi, honey. Guess what? Cheryl just got a hold of me. She's supposed to be joining in the chat, and we're going to leave on the 13th. So I get to see you on The 16th. Okay. She just gave me the word. So we're going to be heading out here on the 13th instead of the 14th. So we're going to have a whole extra day. Yeah, I am too. So we can start a little bit earlier that day. So we'll talk about that later on, okay? I'm so glad you made it. Was it hard to find me? I'm going to turn this off. Hang on a minute. I had my on earlier and I was asking everybody if they saw it. It's my deal to tell everybody I'm live on Wednesday nights. Good deal. Awesome. So anyway, did you see this today on YouTube at all? Can you see it behind me? That's my notification that I'm going to be on live on Wednesdays. Yeah, right. That would be funny. You learn from me. Okay. I'll teach you everything I think I know. Oh, I tell you what. Good. So you've got the bell rung. You got your notifications on my channel turned on? Because then you will see that. I'm gonna shut this off. Hang on. Anyway, that is, yeah. This is fun. I love these. Floss comes in and sees me every day or every time I do this. She's great. And she said she kind of helps me out a lot. She's the one to learn from is Floss in here. Have Floss. There's Cheryl. Okay, Cheryl Davis, Debbie Jean's on here, and Floss, and we got Gina's Joyful Journey. Yay. I'm so happy that people are here to see me. I am so happy. It's fun to do, and I was going to talk about our trip, Cheryl. But what I was going to tell you and Debbie Jean, we're going to have some awesome weather when we're down there in Florida. And I just looked. There's Rockandale. Hey, girl. I was just talking about the weather. I looked. I don't even know if we're going to need campground, Cheryl. We may be able to just stay at Love's or whatever, but we'll talk about that later because the weather is going to be nice going down. It's going to, I could look to the forecast all the way until we leave the day of Friday. And then I checked it here. It's going to be nice. And I checked it down there too. And I checked it in Mississippi and Alabama. So we're going to be leaving from Cheryl is in Rolla, Missouri. So we're going to be leaving there. I'm going to leave from my place. I go down south to Rolla. And then we're going to head out to New Albany, Mississippi from there. And that's it'll be about a 7-hour drive altogether, 6-7 hours stopping, got to let Rosie go potty and all that stuff and make a stop. But anyway, so that'll be our longest drive. And then I got a campsite because when I started organizing this, there was an ice storm in Mississippi, Tennessee, Mississippi, and they had no power. I had the Loves and something else planned out to stay at and was going to book a site. Loves has sites now, RV sites with hookups and stuff. And so I thought, well, I'll book a site at the Loves, and they didn't have any power. The ice got them. So then I thought, well, shoot, if it's going to be this cold going down there, I got Rosie. I can't let her freeze. And so I booked the campgrounds, and it's pretty cool because we got it booked cheap for Mississippi. And then in Alabama, we're driving from New Albany, Mississippi. We're going to drive to Blue Springs State Park in Alabama. It's a miracle I have a memory. It's a miracle. So, and we're going to stay there, and they've got showers and hookups and everything. And then from there, that's about another 6 hour, 6, 7 hour drive. So that's 2 days. So we will leave on the 13th and get to Turtle if they let. I still got to change my dates, and I'm sure they'll let me. But so we'll stay there the 13th. We'll stay in Alabama on the 14th. We're going to get into Silver Springs on the 15th. We're going to get a room. We're going to shower. We're going to clean up. And then we're going to meet with Debbie Jean on the 16th all day. If she gives us all day. How much time will you have, Debbie Jean? But we can talk about that. But anyway, Debbie Jean is not going to be at the meetup, so I'm going all the way to Florida, and I really wanted to meet Debbie, and I'm very excited that I'm able to do that on this trip. Yes. So Cheryl, we got it going on. I just got to see if I can get it going on with our campsites, but it's going to be warm anyway, so we may want to talk about that too if we need them. All day, girl. All right. That sounds great. And I would like to go to that restaurant and try some fish tacos that you were talking about. I don't I don't do a lot of I've been doing carnivore kind of for quite a while. I've been adding a little bit of like maybe I'm more of a carnivore because I am adding salads now and avocados. I love avocados, and they're a good MUFA. They're a good fat for you. So I do avocados and salad now, but I'm still not doing sugar, and I'm still not doing potatoes, and I'm not doing bread much. If I do bread, it's the whole grain stuff, the stuff that tastes like crap anyway, so why eat it? That type thing. So, but I've lost almost 20 pounds too, and I feel better. I feel so much better, and I feel like I'm alive again. So I'm going to keep doing it. You love avocados too? Oh my gosh. Yay. Hi there. How are you? Now this little girl's going Campsney. I don't know. What's your first name? Thank you, Floss. Yeah, well, not quite 20, but almost. It'll be 20 by the time I leave, I hope. Thank you, Debbie. What's your first name? Camp Snippy. Camp Snippy? Is that what it is? Gina, I've done Weight Watchers before a long time ago, and I've tried everything. And a lot of the problem is Joanne. Okay, you go by Camp Snoopy. Gotcha. That makes more sense now. Okay, but anyway, Gina, I'm disabled, and I've got so many things wrong with me. But I'm disabled in my feet now. I've got like really bad arthritis, and I've got neuropathy in both of my feet, and this carnivore life helps with your inflammation. There's foods that cause this inflammation in your body, and it's really helping. I'm not kidding you. Now my knee is very painful, but I've been putting up with it. I just started. The only thing they'll do for it right now is steroids in the knee, and I've done shots, and I'll tell you what, I'll never do another shot in it again. It hurt. The first one worked pretty well, actually, and it was a gel shot. It's not a steroid shot. It was a gel shot. Okay. And then worked really well. It was like they shoot this gel into where you're bone on bone, where the arthritis has ate out all your meniscus and all that stuff. And it worked really well. and I can get them every 6 months. But I went back to get the second one last year, and oh my gosh, it did not work at all. And I couldn't even walk out of there. And it felt like my knee went backwards even. It was really, really weird. So I went to him again. I was in a lot of pain, and I had just found out about the neuropathy, and he gave me about the only thing, and he won't do surgery on my foot like I wanted to do. Um, or tried all last year to get that done. I had to do all these tests and stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. But anyway, I can't have surgery. So he recommended the steroids, and it's the pills. It's not, it's kind of like what they give you for gout, actually. So um, he gave me that. And then I went to my knee doctor, and he goes, well, why don't you just see what them steroids that you're doing for your feet help you, see if it'll help the knee a little bit and see if it's tolerable. And it did. So I got me some more called in for this trip so that I might not be in as much pain. But I'm just pretty much just learning, it's just part of the deal. It's just part of my life, and I'm going to have to deal with it. I messed up my foot over 30 years ago, and that knee has carried me through those 30 years, of working and just life. So, yeah, waves. Now, Cheryl, I will tell you this. Anyway, that's my story about my weight loss journey and my food. So I don't eat French fries. I don't eat pop. I drink water only and coffee. And I haven't even had any alcohol, Debbie Jean, if you're still there. And it's really weird. That kind of happened on its own. But I may do a shot or two of tequila or something every once in a while, but that's about it. Anymore. It's okay. I'm happy anyway. I found my peace, as I was telling T today. It's very hard to find that, and once you do, it's pretty good. You just got to learn how to maintain it and keep it in there. Shot of Crown, I could maybe possibly. As long as I got a lime to bite on, I'm good, You're funny. Okay, so but anyway, this restaurant that Debbie was talking about, Debbie Jean Van Lifescene, I'm so excited to meet her. Is like seafood place. Evidently, I looked it up. She was telling me about it, and they have fish tacos. The fish tacos. Oh man, I tell you, I've been doing pretty good with my eating. I'm pretty going off the sugar, Debbie Jean, was the hardest thing. I did that right. I backed off of everything, and I really didn't do a lot of sugar anyway, but it was more like the creamer in the coffee, the fake creamer. I don't do sugar. I never did sugar in my coffee anyway. But it was just getting off that sugar. I was such a sugar addict. And oh man, when I first went off of it, it was bad. It was bad. It was almost like quitting smoking or something. And or whatever, any other addiction. Sugar is one of the worst things for your body. It is, unless it's like a natural fruit or something sugar. And it's just not good for you. So anyway, I really do stay away from sugar, but I tell you what, the withdrawal on it and going and eating just meat, eggs, butter, a little bit of cheese, and I did have heavy whipping cream. I do have still heavy whipping cream in my coffee. Oh, you go through a withdrawal, and I did, but I got through it. Yes, I did, and that's part of my healing too. I feel better. I just feel better. I feel healthier, and I've got a lot more weight to lose, but I'm not gaining any. and it's slowly going off. So I'm feeling better. I'm getting around better. We'll see how I've got my van now. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to do Van Halen this trip, because I've camped in it one night since I did this new build on it with Kirby, and I can get to everything from the inside of this van. It's going to be amazing. I mean, I don't have to get outside. I don't have to get in and out. I mean, my everything's accessible that I need while I'm in my van. It's going to be so much fun. And I planned it that way. It's like I drove the big ProMaster, and I could, number one, I could barely get in it with my knee. And number two, I could see myself falling out of it. So, and I drove a Transit, but it had the high roof too. And I'm like, you know what? And I love my van. It's a good van, and I'm not full time yet. And I probably won't be as long as I've got Rosie. And I said, and it's really weird because how I figured it out that I could make my van work was we put the seats back in. And I was cleaning it out because we drove it up. I was going to trade it in, and I was sitting in the back seat, the one that you can leave in, that's just a single seat. And I was sitting in it, and oh boy, here goes my brain. I'm looking around. I'm like, this could work. I like the seat. It was really funny. So if I hadn't have done that, I probably wouldn't even have thought of my build that I've got in it now. And I'm really excited. I'm excited to try it out for like a week, living it. Okay. So anybody got any questions? How you doing, T? Did you get your solar up? Fireball's falling on your head. Your head. Oh, Cheryl, I remember you telling me about that. So you bought those stairs. Yes. Yeah, I would have. Yeah. Well, I'm just talking about getting in the driver's seat. When I opened the door to that ProMaster, I was like, I got to climb up in that. And see, I have a problem getting in Kirby's truck. He's got a great big, 4-wheel drive pick-em-up truck. And if you've watched my videos, you would have seen the truck when we went to Colorado. But I can hardly get in and out of it. And climbing in is one thing. I mean, I can do it, especially since I'm, a little bit lighter, but it just kills my knee. And it's not my foot, it's my knee that's bad. And then getting out, you're like, okay, so, I used to put my good leg down, which is where my bad knee is now. And it's like, which foot do I put down? Do I put down the bad foot now, or do I hurt my knee? It's no fun. Oh, you got your diesel heater. Oh my gosh, you are so spoiled, you little girl. You got us. I can't wait. I want to do a tour on your van, Debbie Jean, but I know everybody's done them, but your van is so cool and I love it. So you've got the Max Air fans. You don't have AC, do you? Do you have AC in that van yet, Debbie? You've had a knee replacement, Gina? How'd that go? I'm wondering, because down the road, okay, that'd be great, Debbie Jean. Gina, I'm wondering how that goes, because down the road, that's what they'll do. They just, they rate your knee like, gotcha, shore power, yeah. They've got the knee. I've been watching this. I love YouTube. I'm sorry. I just love it. You can put anything in there and find out about it. It's like Chat GPT, only, Better, I think. Right, and see, there's a deal on here, though, that I was watching. I wish I could remember the name, but it was about knee, and it goes through the stages of your knee, and what stage you're in and all that stuff before they'll do the surgery, actually. And but he's got exercises in there to strengthen that knee back up. So I've been looking into that. And I've been doing, did anybody watch my workout video, my chair workout video? Floss, did you watch it? It's really more about it's really the channel that I watch when I do my chair workout. Yes, and we're going to do that. If you want to, you got to have a chair, though. Did you see my chair in that video? It's sitting right back here. I have it right by my teeth. There it is, the top of it. It's just one of those little folding padded chairs. Okay. Well, you said you'd do the workout with me, Floss. Anyway, well, it's got arms on it, so I don't know, because you're kind of, yeah. Do you have a fold-up chair, just a folding chair, Cheryl, you can put in your van? May be able, you girls that don't have bad feet, you could do it standing up. If you got bad legs or bad knees, or I got a bad foot, I can't exercise standing up anymore, unfortunately. And so I do these chair exercises, and I put weights on my wrists, and I like to put them on my ankles, but I haven't gotten that far yet. But it's Metro Physical Therapy, and I found it like 3 years ago with silver sneakers. And you still have bad knees? Okay. Knees suck. And, I'm not so sure that the downfall of my knee wasn't doing this van, because I was on my knees a lot in that thing at the beginning. And I think that's when it got worse, actually, tell you the truth. So I learned how to not get on my knees at all over a year ago. But at the beginning, I've had so many builds in this van, it's crazy. In the beginning, I was on my knees, and it hurt it. Since you had a hip replacement, your knees have been okay. How long ago did you have that done? Did I ask you that already? Forgive me if I double question, because I'm old. Okay, did you guys see my post about caravanning to Virginia in the fall? Going on 2 years ago. So were you down for a long time when you got a hip replacement done? I've never met anybody that's had a hip replacement that I know of. So now I have. But I didn't know that you'd had a hip replacement. So is it like, what's the recovery like when you get that done? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You start walking the day of that surgery? I bet that's painful. Is it painful? Is it like, no, I don't want to walk, or how'd it go? I'm just looking to the future. I got to do these workouts so I don't have to have more surgery and more pain. I hope. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I thought I can't Snoopy. I thought you had an itinerary. We talked about traveling together before. I remember, and she said she had an itinerary she was going to do or something. But yeah, I just told you our plan. She's going with me, T. Cheryl's going with me. Oh, Cheryl's going to Debbie, not Debbie's, out on a limb with Kim's meetup at Mill Dam. We're traveling together. Silver Springs, Florida. And then, though, after, spend the day at Debbie Jean's van life scene. I love that name. But anyway, she's the trippy hippie. I'm her trippy hippie. Your problem was your brain. Debbie, are you leaving? Okay, babe. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you on the 16th of this month. This month, girl. You couldn't stop gasping when they got you up from the surgery? Is that what you're saying, Floss? So, T, you can't, if everybody doesn't know, Van Gogh Wanderers, her name is T. She has T prints, and she's the one that made my logo. And she's made a lot of Van Lifers logos. And Floss and I get to meet her at Johnny's meetup, right? In September. T. Yeah. T-E-A. I call her T-E-A. It's T Prince. Is her business. Yes, and you're going to go to Johnny's meetup, right, T? In September? You coming to Missouri, aren't you? Fred Rock? Johnny's Journey? Say yes. I'm coming to Missouri in September. T. Thank you. I gotta give her a hard time. She's such a sweetheart. You know what she did? I was watching a video of Van Gogh Wanderers, T, and I saw myself in her video. I was like, well, that's me in the background. And she promoted me. I love you, honey. That was so sweet. And it was just so funny because I didn't know she did that. And so I'm sitting here watching her video. I'm like, wow, there I am. I'm on her TV. It was so cool. It made my day. Anyway, I thank you very much for that. That's cool. And you know what? I want to do the tour on your van when you come to Johnny's. Okay. Can I do your van tour? Say yes, yes, yes. Say yes. Yes, Lin-E, you can do my van tour. I might go to Bev's. I'm deciding. It depends. Like I said before, Floss, it depends on the heat. Because of Rosie. She's worse than me when it comes to the heat. Now she's turning. You haven't said good morning. You haven't said anything. Come here, Sugar Pumpkin. You want to say hi? Say hi, everybody. Her birthday is next month. Her birthday is on March 6th, and she will be turning 8. So, and Yorkies do not have fur. They have hair. And they only have one layer of skin where most dogs have 2. So they can handle the heat and the cold better. But she's got like just hair in one layer of skin. So the heat and the cold really bother her. And so that's why. Who's first? Who's first? That's why I don't like, she gets hot. She gets very hot. Who's doing your tour first? Johnny? Well, I'll do okay if it's Johnny. Anyway, that's cool. No big deal. But I have watched you build it. Yes, I have watched you build it. So anyway, what were we on? We were on a subject. You guys cracked me up. So anyway, it depends on going to Bev's. It depends on the weather. It was so hot last year, and of course, I feel better this year, but that doesn't mean she will. It's going to be fun. Yes, Camp Snoopy. No, she said somebody else is doing her tour before me. And I bet it's Johnny. But anyway, it may be someone else. I don't know. I'm excited about this. I will be first, Cheryl. You're right. Oh, anyway, yeah. She had you need to watch her videos. She's got some good videos out. She had one about, I call it finding my peace. I told her I found my peace. I've had a lot of bad things happen to me in the last, I'm going to say 10, 13 years. Not going to go into them, but finding this community of women in van life has saved me. And I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you one bit. It's helped me keep my sanity. It's helped me feel some worth again. And it's helped me want to live again. So find your peace, because life's too short. You got to take care of you. And just I don't want to be around negativity. I don't want to be, like she was saying, don't want to be around the drama anymore. I just want to enjoy what I've got left. I mean, she says, she's a baby. She's still in her 50s. I'm 64. And that caravan I want to do to Virginia in October, that's for my 65th birthday. I'm going to be freaking 65. I can't believe it. I'm the baby of my family. I'm the baby of 6. I don't turn 65. Jeez. I'm like, where did this happen? So, and I spent a decade, if not more, of it in pain and suffering and being unhappy and depressed. That depression's real, and it's hard to get out of it. And I thank God I did. And I tell you what, that little girl right there, she saved me. She saved me, even though I've only had her for 3 years. I saved her and she saved me. She helped me get where am today. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, ain't nothing but a number. That's right, sweetheart. I don't want to act my age. I don't want to be 65. I'm a hippie chick, just like Debbie Jean says. I mean, I still can't believe I'm that old. But I feel, with my body the way it is, the pain, there for a long time, I just, sometimes it ain't worth it if you're in that much pain all the time. So I'm getting rid of the pain. and I'm going to live anyway. And I loved, I started watching Butterfly Tracks with Jan, of course, the queen of van life, if you ask me. And she get out of that recliner and just do it, and I loved her videos. And I said, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Because I could have bought me a really nice van after I got my divorce. I had the money. Why didn't I do it then? Because it wasn't a thing then, and I wish I'd done that instead of, other things that I did, but I didn't. Can't go back, can't change it. Nobody's fault but my own, so I'm trying to do it now. So oh, you guys are funny. I love you guys. You are so great. So, how long have you guys been doing van life? Do you go, I mean, when did you start? When did you start? Now, T, I know you haven't started yet, but you're getting there. You're going to be a van going wondering. So I've only been doing it for about a year and a half. It's over a year and a half now. You started about 5 years ago. Cool. True. Oh my gosh. I can't believe all the work you've done on that thing, T. Oh, you scare me. And those power tools, they scare me more. I can't do that stuff. I can design them, but I can't do the power tools. I'd cut my foot off, which might not be a bad thing. Oh my gosh. And Cheryl, how long have you been going? I don't know when did you start? Hi, Kirby. Kirby's here. Yours is gorgeous. I love what you did with your build, Cheryl. And I think that's probably what I would do, Exactly. That's why I did it too, because see, I still want to travel. There's all these places I want to go to that I have not seen. And I got into, when I really, I love to camp. I really do. I mean, who doesn't? Well, there are people that don't, but I want to travel more than I want to camp. Does that make sense? And I don't even like doing hotel rooms anymore because of all the, well, number one, they're too dang expensive. And number two, they're buggy. They got bugs. I don't want bugs. I don't want to take the bugs into my van. I mean, I used to be an inspector. I've been a lot of things in my life, but my last job before my foot just finally said no, I worked for a housing authority, and I did inspections for HUD. I'd go and inspect apartments and so, people that had a voucher and were on the Section 8 program. And I went to this training class, and there were these guys that flew in, and I mean, were bed bug exterminators. And the stories they told me about bed bugs, I don't ever want to stay in a motel. And that's why Cheryl, I'm kind of thinking if it's nicer, I may not want to stay at that motel because I know it's going to be icky. I just wanted to use the shower. But we'll see what it's like. Yeah. So we'll see if the weather's good, heck, we can shower once we get there. I'll put my shower tent up. We can shower there. And we can shower at the campground. We can shower at Blue Spring. We can shower there. They've got a shower. And yeah, I'll sleep in my van too. I don't want to do the room. And I know they didn't even make me put money down on that room. I mean, who does that? Who does that? Yeah, we're going to figure it out. But anyway, I did look at the forecast. Like I said, it's going to be warm enough weather to be able to camp at the boat ramp. We can camp at the boat ramp, I think. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'm going to stick to it. We'll talk about it later. I'm getting on too many things. Creepy crawly bugs. Well, anyway, these bed bugs. I've seen them. And you don't want to get them. You don't want to get them because you can't get rid of them. And that's why you'd go around and there'd be all these people would just dump their mattresses everywhere because they'd be full of bed bugs. And I mean, I've seen the creepy stuff. And I think that's why I have a really, really bad problem staying at motels. But these guys, when they flew in, they would put something down on the airplane seats. They would not let their luggage touch a floor. I mean, when they walked into a motel room, they would put their luggage in the bathtub, not on the bed. It was really interesting. And even, the only way is to burn them, is to kill them. The only way they can, with one bite of blood, they can go and crawl in a corner and survive for a year on one bite of blood. Shut up, Kirby. Kirby says phobia. But it's the truth. They can live, and they're clear. They're clear little suckers unless they've got blood in them. And they're pretty weird looking. You little stinker. Yeah, Kirby, see, he's got, his tower business. I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about the HHR could be used to sleep in. Yeah. I mean, I'm just talking about motel, Now, Fred Rock, I would stay in their stuff. That's a whole different thing. I'm talking about these gross campgrounds that, a lot of the Indians came in. Well, I don't want to say that, but they don't clean them. And bye, Kirby. Night, night. Thanks for coming in and seeing us. Everybody tell Kirby bye. Say bye, Kirby. Waves bye, Kirby. He's a good guy. He really is. It's very rare that you find a really good person in this world today. So, but I've been friends with him for a long time. He's a really good guy. I will ask that I put it on the Campfire group. Need some prayers for a family member that just found out she has breast cancer. And we got some good news this week. It's not spread anywhere else. So we're happy about that. That she's a young mama. She's got 2 twin boys. They're about 8, and her name is Ashton. And so if you could do some prayers for her, she would appreciate it. We've got prayer chains going everywhere for her. She's a real sweetheart. She's a good girl, very good girl from a very good family, and doesn't deserve this at all. But, that's life, right? So anyway, if you all could pray for her, I would appreciate it. I told her I was going to get some prayer chains going, and I said, I won't mention your name. She goes, it's okay. Don't worry about it. They're trying not to tell the boys yet what's going on. They don't want them getting worried and all that stuff. So, but the tests they got this week were good. So now it's the decision on, what they do next. Thank you very much. It runs in your family too. Well, I think her mom had cancer, and I think they're going to do a genetic test on her too. But she's very young. And, it's just, I don't know. I don't think I really don't know if age has anything to do with it. It's just a nasty disease. And I think it is hereditary. A lot of it is, but I don't think that's the only reason why you get it. It's just a nasty disease that I think could be cured, actually. But diet has a lot to do with it. That sugar, get off that sugar. That's a bad thing to be eating. But I know another lady that I used to work with when I was a realtor. She's a loan officer, and she just won against breast cancer, and she changed her diet completely. And she's one healthy girl now, and everything's good. Everything's good. Her tests are good, but she eats very healthy too. No, Cheryl, they don't want to cure it. They want their money. They want their money. It's just like when I got that gel shot in my knee. I'm glad, T. I'm glad. I got that gel shot in my knee, and see my foot, when I crushed my heel, they put an external fixator on it. But right now it's like my heel and my ankle is bone on bone, and it'll lock up sometimes, and it just ate out all the cartilage there too, and arthritis has. I said, man, why can't they put that gel shot in my ankle? Boy, that would be nice. Have some gel in there to cushion that. I said, man, I was thinking, oh, that'd be so nice. Maybe I could do some little bit of hiking would be fun, just something. And he says they won't do it because they'll lose money. FDA won't approve it. And if it's not FDA approved, they can't do it. He said, I gave one guy, and I like my doctor. This is my knee doctor. He goes, I gave one guy, I gave him a shot in the shoulder. His shoulder was dislocated, or so I can't remember the deal, but he goes, he got in trouble. He got in trouble for giving him that gel shot because it wasn't FDA approved for that area of the body. I tell you, I don't know. Sometimes you just got to figure out your own stuff. You got to figure out your own stuff. But I mean, I swear by this carnivore diet, guys. If you ever want to get feeling better, now it takes a long time. But Cheryl and I met a lady, our sisters. They do the carnivore diet, and oh my gosh, she showed me pictures. Did you see pictures of her, Cheryl? Before she started that carnivore diet, she lost a lot of weight. Oh my gosh. I bet she lost 100 pounds. She's a little bitty thing. And you can eat a lot. It's just meat. Meat and eggs. Lots of eggs. Anyway. Sweetheart. Those sisters were sweethearts. I talked about them on my last stream show. Anyway. I'm just saying, I know it's hard to think of, but I believe in it. But I kind of went off of it. I'm more carnivore. I've got some other issues why I did, but I'm still doing the no sugar. I like my veggies too, and well, I love zucchini. I'm not doing potatoes. And I'm not doing corn, and not starchy veggies. £42. Dang, girl. Change the way you eat and walk a lot. I wish I could walk. I miss walking. I used to walk. I used to do aerobics. I used to go, oh my gosh. I loved Curves. Did anybody ever go to Curves? Oh my gosh. I went to Curves for 3 years straight. And they had a Curves in my old town I used to live in. You're a good girl. And I loved it. You'd get in there. At first, I didn't know if I could do it because with Curves, you had these, stations, and you moved around in a circle. And you'd get on the machine. I think I can't remember how long each station was, like a minute or something. And then you'd go to the next one and you'd walk, or whatever. And then you'd get on another machine and then you'd walk. I didn't know if I was going to be able to walk, in the circle. And I did. And they had every machine that worked every muscle of your body. And the thing I loved about going there was no men. It was all for women, and you go in there and you get to know these ladies. And oh my gosh, I loved it. But it closed down. I mean, they couldn't get it to go. And I don't even know if the franchise is still around. They've opened up so many others, but that was for women only. I remember when I first moved up here by Jeff City, they had one in Jeff City. And it's the last time I've seen one, but that was years ago. But yeah, first thing in the morning. Now, another thing I tried, now you guys haven't watched my exercise video, but I did that so I can take it with me when I go traveling. And I'm gonna load up my chair somehow. I may have to put it on the roof thing. But anyway, I like it because it's got music to it. I like to work out to music, kind of gets the vibe going, Y'all probably think I'm a nut. But I used to get up and walk every morning and I miss it. And one thing I used to do whenever I never lived by the ocean, but when I was at the ocean, first thing I would do when I get up would go to the beach and walk the beach to find what the ocean washed up on the sand. And I always want to be the first one down there to find stuff. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite thing to do. And I've been to Costa Rica 6 times, and I love Costa Rica. I would have moved there, but anyway, I would go into, this was back when I was married, but I would go into the smaller part of Costa Rica, not San Juan. And you'd fly into Liberia, and you'd actually, when you got off the plane on the ground. You just walked on the ground, and there wasn't no windows in the airport or anything. And it was just very, very third world. When I started going, there was only one plane that flew in a week. Now there's, it's grown. Americans went in there and commercialized a lot of it, but I haven't been back there for several years. But there was this little place, they're called playas, was the beach. And there was this little place, Los Almendros, and you had a room and then you just walk down the beach. It was right there. And I'd get up first thing, go right down there on the beach. Cause it'd get hot there, it'd get hot like around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock on the beach. So you hang out on the beach until that. And then you go up to the pool and then you have your, fresh fruit pina colada at the pool. That was your lunch. Back in those good old days. You did curves, Snoopy? Camp Snoopy did curves. Oh, I loved curves. It was my favorite place to go. I couldn't do it today, but that's kind of what my workout reminds me of in a way, because he's moving it, he changes it up. And on that deal, if you watch it, the Metro physical therapy, I gave you all on that video. I gave you how to find them and what they did. There's all kinds of different ones. You don't have to do the one I did. That's my favorite one. So I recorded it because that's the one I like to do every day. But there's one to Motown hits. There's one to Michael Jackson. There's a country one, like a line dance one. There's a Styx, not Styx, Queen one. There's one with Queen. I can't remember all of them, but there's more than mine. Mine is just called the hits of the 80s or something. And I just like it for the workout. I like it better than the rest of them. So that's the one I do. But they started that when COVID was on. So they did this for seniors, and it's under Silver Sneakers. I found it under silver sneakers when oh shoot, I didn't even live here yet when I was doing it. And you got to do something. You got to get up and move. And I want to lose 45 pounds. I see, and that's what I'm saying. It's so hard for me to lose weight. I can get this off and then I just stall. I don't do anything. And I've got, okay, so I've got my feet problem, my knee problem, my neuropathy problem. I've got hypothyroidism. I've got the new thing last year, and the thing that scared me to death was it's called hereditary hemochromatosis. And what that is I produce too much iron in my blood. And I inherited that. They did a DNA test on me, and I can't believe that my doctor found it. But my ferritin count was too high in my blood. And who looks for that? But she did. And that's why I was, having all this problems, fatty liver, because the liver cannot dispose of all that iron. So I had to go and get lobotomies done, right? Is that right? Is that the right word? Where they draw the blood out of me. And I was going every month when I first got diagnosed. And now I'm down to where I only have to go every 6 months. And it wasn't bad last time. So, and I love this doctor. She is amazing. And she's such a lovely, lovely, caring woman. And you can tell she deals with a lot of cancer patients because she's an oncologist. And when I first walked down, I'm like, man, do I got cancer? What's going on? I was kind of scared. And I finally told her that I was doing the carnivore diet last time I went in to see her, and she goes, good for you. Doctors don't say that because they want you to be sick. And she goes, I could do the carnivore diet. And she's really skinny. She's really very healthy woman. And she goes, we'll just see how that works next time you come in. Because I was scared to do it because of all the iron in the meat, So anyway, I just loved her when she said that, because they say, don't tell your doctor you're doing that. And I didn't, but she is so easy to talk to. And she literally squats down by you, doesn't even sit on the chair. She just squats down by you on your chair, and she kind of puts her hand on your leg and she just talks to you. I mean, you just don't find doctors like that today. And I just love her. And she's my favorite doctor, actually. I have about 4 now, but anyway, I'll get off that. But anyway, that's another thing I have, that between that and hypothyroidism, and so carnivore's been working pretty good, and I'm hoping I keep losing. So we'll see. We're talking traveling. I'm sorry, I'm talking about feeling better so I can travel. Who's from Kansas? You're from Texas, T. Who's in Kansas? You're going to Sanibel after the mill dam meet to look for seashells, then travel the Gulf Coast to Texas to see a friend. Oh, that's fun. We're going to the golf course too, Snoopy. We are going to Pensacola right after we leave the meetup. Are you staying for the whole meetup? We're just doing the first part, and then we're going to go to Fort Pickens 2 days. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to go there. And the dog beach is just right. You got to drive down the road, but I can take Rosie to the dog beach. You want to go? Can you go to Fort Pickens, T? Can you meet us at Fort Pickens? We're going to be there the night of the 20th, because we leave Mill Dam on the 20th and the 21st. 20th and 21st of this month, we will be at Fort Pickens. How far are you from Fort Pickens? I keep asking you where are you at in Florida, and I know we're not supposed to tell anybody, but I won't. We won't. You don't have to tell us exactly. You know. Cascada, Germany. That's right, Tampa. Yeah, that's quite a drive. It's like 5 hours from Mill Dam, from Ocala. So, uh, but see, then we can just go from there. We can go straight north and get back up here to Missouri. It would be fun. It would be fun. Yeah, see, those dates I don't have to change, Daryl. They're the same. It's just going down, so I'm not too worried about it. We can get them changed pretty easy, I think. What's your matter? Want to go out? Ooh, 2 hours. Well, it's better than 14. I'm just kidding. Funny, funny. Funny, funny. It sure is. Oh, you guys crack me up. Oh. Hey, Floss, are you still on here? There she is. A lot better than 14. That's right. How long is Bev's meetup? When does it start? Oh, that's my baby. They're staring at me. She must have go outside. I might have to get off here. You drive to Texas every year and it takes 2 months and 15 days. Especially if you go down to South Texas. You say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. We're going to go to Florida. We're going to Florida. I want to go to Florida. Yet. Yeah. Well, I don't go that far. Usually every summer I go to Colorado. That's where I'm born. I was born in Boulder, Colorado. I am really, yeah, I am really a mountain girl. I do love the ocean. I love, love, love the ocean, but I love my mountains too. So, it'd be so nice to have the best of both worlds and just stay, in Colorado in the summer all the time, and then go to Florida or Texas or Arizona. I'm really thinking about Arizona next year. Instead of Florida. The gates are locked. They won't let you in. You might be able to get a hold of Kim and see if she'd give you a day pass. Now, I don't know if she does that, but I know Lulu's way. Lulu does that some, but you'd have to get a hold of out on limb with Kim. Okay. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, we're going to be there a day early. We're going to visit with Debbie Jean on the 16th. There's you could come camp with us on the night of the 16th in the parking lot in the boat ramp. That's where that's where everybody camps so they can get in line early the next day, because the ones that get there first get the solar spots for the sun. And I want solar because there's no power at this meetup. Just solar. Boat ramp. Yeah, boat ramp. I don't think it's very busy right now because of the weather, but I don't know. That's what she said. And then on this last meetup, they had what you doing? This last meetup, they had no, she's gonna block my microphone again. Get down. You need to go potty? Get off here in a minute, okay? It was so cold. I only think they had about 20 show up for this last meetup because it was the freezing weather. And there were some that camp at the boat ramp parking area so they can get in line early the next morning. And the gates open at 11 to get into this meetup. So yeah, I'm wanting to get there early and get in line so I can get a sunny spot because I need my solar. I saw that. She was late and the gates were locked and they couldn't let her in. Yeah. I thought when I was Googling the weather for Florida and Mill Dam, it said February was a great month, and so I thought, well, I'm going to go in February. I mean, I want to go when it's cold here so I can go get warm, That's what everybody wants to do. So, yeah, this has been an unusual winter. Yeah, she forgot her bolt cutters. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I don't know. It must be a pretty big gate. I guess we'll find out. Oh, that's funny. Oh gosh, you guys crack me up. Well, I'm gonna have to take her out, guys. So it's after 8. I'm gonna sign off here. But thanks for showing up. I mean, I don't care if I've got 1, 2, or 3 people in here. It's fun to talk to everybody. And I kind of wanted to talk about some other stuff, but we never get on my subjects. You guys are just too funny. You're fun. You're fun to talk to. And I've got a button down here where I can share my screen. Does anybody know how to do that? You need to play with your bird. What's your bird's name, Floss? Pistachio. That's a good name. Yeah. See you in Florida. Be safe getting down there. Get a hold of us. Send us private messages if you need to on Facebook Messenger, okay? Or through Campfiregirls. Okay, be safe. You're a nut. T, you're a nut. Think about coming up to seeing us, though. Otherwise, I'll wait till September to meet you and do the second van tour on your van, okay? Pua. I can't pronounce it. Have a good week, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Come next Wednesday so I'm not so lonely, okay? I don't want to be lonely on here. Come see me. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good week. Peace out. Flower in Hawaiian. That's pretty. Pretty. You have to send me some pictures. Post some pictures of your birds, Floss, okay? Okay. Bye, everybody. Talk next week.